Hello. All right. So our team is a video game design team, otherwise abbreviated as VGDT. So the game we're doing is a student's guide to time travel. And the members of our team who worked on this game is me, the video game producer, Jacqueline, our artist, Joseph Noth, the level designer, John Kress, lead programmer, and our driver, Quinn Jesus, who is also assistant programmer. So, some of the functions we have here in the title screen is, of course, we have, as you're seeing here, is a control button, which allows you to go to the controls and see how to play the game. And, yeah. It seems like we're having a problem with one of the buttons that allows it to exit. It seems like the keyboard's not working. I apologize. All right, we apologize, wrong keyboard. All right. So now we're back on the title screen, and we have two other buttons. So the first button is the start screen, or the start button, which allows us to start the game. We'll present that in just a second. And then we have the exit button, which allows you to exit the game. All right, go ahead and start the game. All right, so we start up with, the first slide there, I'll explain it to you. It starts off with a kid who gets his report card, and he's practically a genius in everything. He's like getting A+ in like advanced physics and quantum trigonometry or something, I don't know. But he gets an A- in history. He's like, oh dang. So, what he does is he goes to the extreme answer or solution of building a time machine. So he can go back in time and learn history. Next slide. But, and as he's running through it, there's a cutscene behind that one. As he's running through it, he gets the time machine working and he goes, but there's an error. And what happens is the time machine breaks and he is sent back to Egyptian times, and his time machine is broken. And so this is our character.
Right next.
Test.
Right next.
Test. I apologize. He's right next to the time machine, and we have a dialogue system here. So the system is booting up, and the recovery AI booting up. I'll be reading the dialogue for you. All right. Always nice waking up to broken parts. Aside from that, though, looks like you're in a pickle. From what I can tell, the amalgamated quantum-infused adamantium induced a bilinear phased core ejection sequence, ultimately causing a dark matter cells to evict through the quantum space-time. And next dialogue, please. Oh yeah, those are our enemies, by the way. Our job, according to that, should be to grab the dark matter cells inside the temple. Did you get all that? All right, perfect. Have fun now. All right, so pretty much to kind of summarize the objective, if you didn't get from that, is you want to go through the temple and find the dark matter cells, which are scattered throughout. But there are enemies that are out there in which you can shoot, but it seems like our AI is kind of really fast. So I guess this is a great time to demonstrate our game over screen. So we have two functions in here, restart and exit. And it allows us to exit the game and restart the game, of course. There you go. And because we restarted, we don't have to go through the dialogue. Here's some of the side part of our temple, if that's interesting to you. And as we go into the temple, we'll search for some of those dark matter cells that we've been looking for. There's 2 of our enemies again. All right. Our character does have a shooting ability too, if we want to demonstrate that. All right, it seems like our shooting script isn't working. I apologize. Nonetheless, though, we can get to the temple and find the dark matter cells, and it'll essentially add up to the parts collected up in the top corner. What we might do is we do have buttons enabled to get us through, just in case we're having problems. So if we can't get to all the dark matter cells, which one was right there as we collected it, and it added 1. And for time's sake, we'll move on to delivering the parts back to the time machine and moving on to the credits. Actually, before that, I want the team members to kind of say a word about how their part in the development process worked.
Hi, I'm Jacqueline. So for this project, I used GIMP and a Wacom tablet. So for like the cutscenes and the title screen, we used a cartoony-esque style because we wanted to give it a comedic feel. And then for in-game, we used 32 by 32 pixels sprites, and we just, from the walls and the floor, we just repeated them so they flow really nice. For the cutscenes and the title screens, we use standard 1080p resolution. Some challenges we faced while making the game were resizing, which were easy fixes, but kind of annoying to fix. Another challenge we faced was figuring out how to portray some of the objects in a full top-down view, which was challenging at times, but we got through it, and yeah, that's about it for art.
Alright, so I did most of the programming on the video game, and some of the things I'd like to highlight is that when the character gets in a certain radius of any of the mummies that we have up here on the screen, they follow him and also face him. And as you can clearly see here, they also have a mob mentality, so when one of them is close to another mummy, they both start following the player. And a couple of design challenges that we faced were partially the shooting and getting that to work, but most of the movement and collisions work with all the characters. As you can see, he's taking damage right here by each of the mummies that are hitting him. And he also has health, and he can pick up all the fusion cells and whatnot. Yeah, that's about it for programming.
Okay, so with the level design, we had to create something that was before the 1900s on Earth. So what's something I wanted to do was make a pyramid design, because obviously they're to keep people out of it. So I thought, hey, let's sort of take that idea and overemphasize it and make a huge maze. This maze would allow us to use certain game features like hiding different enemies and different items inside there. This makes it so there's a little bit of a challenge to the game. And because of the different walls and how it's like a maze, you have to take things cautiously. As we can see how the mummies are just so fast, you have to plot out where you go, just following the walls like it's a dark pyramid. This pyramid is, I don't know, I'd say it was pretty close to how historically it was, with long winding passages and with rooms just filled with sarcophaguses and gold and various items. And that's the sort of features I added to this map and passing it along.
All right, so with that, we'll move on to the credit scene. All right, so through here, we're just kind of demonstrating some of the concept art we did, just as we kind of conceptualized or made our game. We had like different weapon ideas, different designs for the time machine. We had a bug there. And different designs for enemies that we were thinking of putting in, or maybe not. Here's our positions, and here you go. Thank you for playing.